we, in a previous video, talked about how to do this problem using the quadratic formula, which I'm fine with, but I do want to take a minute to show you how to do this problem with completing the square. And so if I reset up this problem, I'm going to write x squared minus 8x plus something. I'm going to put a box there. Equals negative 65 plus something. And we need to figure out what that something is. And the way that we do that is we take the middle term, the b term, if you've been doing things with quadratic formula, negative 8, and we divide by 2. It's always divide by 2. Equals negative 4. And we square it. And we're going to take that value and we're going to put that in for this box, in this box. Now the next step when it comes to completing the square is going to be to factor. But we don't really need to take the time to split the middle, because with completing the square, the whole point of it is that what goes in these two parentheses is going to be the same value. And the nice thing is, the way that I wrote it in the box is that this is going to be x minus 4, x minus 4. That's what, using this minus 4 from this box here is how I was able to factor that quickly. You can split the middle, it just takes more time. Now, on the other side, however, we do want to figure out that negative 4 squared is actually 16. But what we're going to do in our next step here is we're going to condense down that left side so it becomes x minus 4 squared, and then negative 65 plus 16 equals negative 49. Well, now ultimately what we're trying to figure out is, what does x equal? So we're going to take the square root of both sides. And when we take the square root of both sides, we're going to get x minus 4 equals plus or minus. And then once again, when we simplify this, we need to deal with the negative 1 first. And the square root of negative 1 is I. The square root of 49 is 7. Use Desmos, use your calculator if you need to. So we get x minus 4 equals plus or minus 7i. And again, what we're trying to figure out is, what does x equal? Well, we can add 4 to both sides, and we get x equals 4 plus or minus 7i. You can kind of see my answer from the quadratic formula above here. We come up with the same answer whether we solve this problem with quadratic formula or completing the square.